I wasn't snooping, I swear. I was just looking for my phone charger in her purse when I saw it, gleaming under the dim kitchen light like it was daring me to pick it up. A hotel key. Room 402. Not our hotel. Not a place we've been to together. My stomach churned, but I shoved it back into the bag like it burned my hand. "Babe, where's the charger?" I called out, trying to keep my voice steady. She appeared in the doorway, tying her hair into a loose bun, the same way she always did when she had somewhere to be. "Check the bedroom. I gotta run." I nodded, smiling. But inside, a storm was brewing. All day at work, I couldn't focus. The key was a weight in my mind, dragging every thought into dark places. I replayed every conversation from the past few weeks, the late-night work meetings, the sudden obsession with her phone, the way she laughed at texts I wasn't a part of. Was it paranoia? Or had I been too trusting? I knew one thing, I wasn't asking her about it. If I was wrong, I'd seem like a jealous fool. If I was right, well, I needed proof. That night, after she fell asleep, I slipped out of bed and sat at my laptop. I looked up the hotel and there it was. Room 402, available the next night. My heart pounded as I clicked, book room 403. The plan was simple, follow her, get to the hotel first, and see for myself. But the plan didn't feel simple at all. It felt like betrayal. I was spying on my wife, the woman I'd built a life with. The next evening, she left the house early, saying she had a late client meeting. I acted casual, kissing her on the cheek as she walked out. "Don't wait up," she said with a smile. I followed her car at a distance, my palms sweating against the steering wheel. She didn't go to work. She didn't even head downtown. She went straight to the hotel. I parked and hurried inside, checking into my room. The walls felt too thin, the air too thick. My pulse thundered as I pressed my ear to the wall. Laughter, her laughter. I couldn't wait anymore. My hand shook as I unlocked my door and stepped into the hallway. The door to room 402 was slightly ajar. I pushed it open, and there she was, sitting on the bed. But she wasn't alone. A man stood by the window, his back to me. My heart shattered into a million pieces. "What the hell is this?" I demanded. She jumped, her face pale as she turned to me. "Oh my God, David, what are you doing here?" "What am I doing here? What are you doing here?" My voice cracked, every word dripping with pain. The man stepped forward, his hands up. "Look, I think there's been a misunderstanding." I cut him off. "I don't want to hear it from you." "David, stop," she cried. He's my brother." "Brother?" I froze. She nodded, tears streaming down her face. "I didn't know how to tell you. He's from a relationship my mum had before my dad. We just found each other a month ago." I didn't know how to bring it up because it felt complicated. The words felt like a cruel joke, but the man nodded. "It's true. I can show you the messages. The DNA test." The drive home was silent. She tried to explain, to apologize for keeping me in the dark. "I thought I was protecting you," she said softly, "but I can see now I just made it worse." I stared out the window, wrestling with guilt and anger. I wanted to believe her, but trust, once cracked, isn't easily mended. The next few weeks were a blur of therapy sessions and long conversations. Slowly, I began to see the truth in her words. She hadn't betrayed me, but we'd both failed each other in different ways. One night, as we sat on the couch, she handed me something small. It was the hotel key. "I want you to keep this," she said, her voice steady, not as a reminder of what happened, but as a promise. No more secrets. I nodded, clutching it tightly. The key had unlocked something that night, but it wasn't the door I thought. It was the door to understanding that trust isn't just about the other person, it's about what you're willing to rebuild together. And that was a key worth holding on to.